All right. Again, welcome everybody. This is the LA County Science and Computer Science webinar, formerly known as the NGSS webinars. Again, in the chat box, you got the resource link. That'll give you everything that'll give you access to all of the folders that you'll be seeing this academic year. Just as a quick check-in, we know that many of you have started school, hopefully getting in the groove of things, but does this relate right now? Would you like to create another meme? What else would you like to say? So feel free to react to this. Feel free to add some other memes into the chat box, and just let's just have a ball. I really like that one that's in the middle at the bottom. The science nucleus is a membrane-bound organelle that contains cells' chromosomes. Changed my mind. I definitely would love to try that strategy one day and just say, challenge me or something else like that. But reactions to what you're seeing. Hopefully this is giving you some joy. So hopefully some of these are empathetic with what you're feeling. And if you're supporting teachers, hopefully again, this is something that you're experiencing. Those of you who are having kids in school for the first time, that whole cat one at the top, we have homework, I found hilarious. And I love that one on the far left, the bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you. So hopefully that again just sparked a little laughter, some levity in your day. So again, I'm Anthony Kwan. I'm your host for today. I am the STEM Science Coordinator here at the LA County Office of Education. I do oversee the STEM Science Unit. And you can see in that list, these are some of the things that I focus on. The NGSS, Next Generation Science Standards, Environmental Education, STEAM initiatives, and then here are just some of the student events that I am supporting this academic year. Just to let you know, we are in the midst of now getting things rolling for the LA County Science Fair as well as the LA County Science Olympiad. And we'll have other announcements as they come along with the Engaging Girls in STEM, City of STEM, as well as Student Climate Summit. Not joining me, but it's part of my team is Christy Pierce, who's also my elementary STEM science lead. And then we also have the project director of the Outdoor and Marine Science Field Studies, who's available to you should you ever want to do some outdoor floating marine lab types of studies or trips. You can contact Sean Hawk there. In charge of computer science and now taking over that role from me is Dr. Chris Wong with EdTech and Innovations. He not only specializes with the AI, but also computer science, digital platforms, and more. And he is adding to his team. So there's also Kip, as we call him here at LACO, who's also available to you should you need anything. On today's agenda, we've got some dashboard or CDE updates. Wanted to give you some quick announcements regarding computer science and reminders. Some science STEM announcements as well, and then ignore that link that's on the screen. That is the wrong one. I apologize. But let's go ahead and just get rolling with the science dashboard news. So if you haven't heard, Science Dashboard really is coming. So those of you who are familiar with a dashboard for the math, dashboard for the ELA, science is on its way, and that science dashboard should be released with all the other dashboards sometime in November of 2024. That's what we're hoping. For those of you who aren't aware, that this is year one of the science dashboard, so there will be no colors as of yet because it's year one. And then the CDE is currently working on details that will actually have major impact when it comes to year two of that science dashboard. So right now, you'll get information, you'll see the information, but it won't have any real effect in terms of the teaching, in terms of how it affects your school, your district, or you. Year two, that's going to be a whole other story. And I'm not sure what's going to happen. All I can tell you is that there will most likely be a probability that if you are a differentiated assistance district, that science will be a new criteria that will be added. So if your district school is not meeting the targets around the science, then that will have an impact on your school and district in terms of differentiated assistance identification. Okay. We'll probably give more information around the dashboard as it comes about. And so that'll probably be in the next meeting. Other things that you should be aware of, this is the science interim assessments are now available. At least year one is available. Year two, it's on its way, so will be released soon. And no, you are not to, it's not mandated to use these interim assessments like we have the interim assessments for math and ELA. Math and ELA, as far as I know, your districts have pretty much made that a pretty a requirement for you to use in your schools, in your districts. The science interim assessment is not yet required because they're still pretty much brand new. So year one interim assessments are currently available, and then year two will be released soon. And when you do see that, if you're elementary, the interim assessments are for third, fourth, and fifth grade, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade at the middle, and then you'll see high school interim assessments for chemistry, biology, physics, and earth science. Okay. Other things that you may or may not be aware of, we've got the tools for teachers, and new recently added lessons for middle and high school are there, as well as now over 90 lessons available for elementary. So when you go to the tools for teachers website, which I will actually go now. So this is what it looks like if you have never gone to that. Oh, wrong one. Those are my emails. No, wrong one again. Let's try that again. Here we go. Tools for teachers. So when you go for tools for teachers, when you log in, you'll need to make sure that this is the tools for teachers on the Smarter Balance website. All of you should have access to this. The only ones that do not are those who are not working for schools or districts. So I actually have to get special permission to get access to this. So once you're here for tools for teachers, you'll see that there's a login. You make sure you go to that login. It'll ask for your location. You need to make sure you hit California. If you don't hit California, you're not going to see anything. So California, go sign in. I've already got mine all pre-saved and it should work. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, let me go to my email really quickly. I apologize. And 95646. Okay. All right. So once you're in, this is the only way that I know how to navigate easily. So once you get into this tools for teachers, this is where you'll get into the advanced. This is where you can then go to your content area and you can see there's all the ELA and the math stuff. But if you keep scrolling down, there's your science. So science for earth and space, life, physical, engineering, technology. I'm going to hit all of those. And then it'll automatically load. Oops, I missed two. So it automatically loads, and there's all of these different resources here. You can also go by grades. And again, you'll see high school, grades 8, 7, 6, 5. When it comes to science, I actually don't think that, oh, there is the first grade right here. You can see the first grade, seventh grade, second grade. So you can go by grade levels here. And just to let you know, once you click on one of these, once you find what you're looking for, you can see that you'll notice there's the domain, whether it's going to be Earth and Space, Physical Life, or the Engineering Technology Application Society. There's your DCI strand, the disciplinary core ideas, as well as your performance expectation that's tied to. But if you click on any of these, this is what it's going to this is what you'll actually get. So on the left-hand side, I'm sorry, are you everybody seeing this? Give me a thumbs up. I want to make sure that all of you are seeing this. Or Great. So on the left-hand side, this is kind of the outline of what you'll see. So there's the get started. Here's what you get in terms of the step-by-step, prepare materials, where's my water come from, evaluation, reflections, student responses, all the attachments. So anything that you'll need for this lesson is available to you. There's also accessibility strategies here and accessibility strategies for your English learners, for your special needs students. Things to consider will include things like misconceptions, and then also, of course, all of your formative assessment processes, so strategies and how you can use it. On the right-hand side is just additional information in terms, again, domain, DCI, the performance expectation. If we ever have to go back to online learning again, which I hope we never have to. There is now this whole remote hybrid instruction. So how can you take all of this and now put everything online? But in the middle of it, again, this is everything that you're seeing. So everything's clearly written. All of these are created by classroom teachers. And supported by university professors, county office officials, like myself, experts in the field when it comes to English language learners, all of that. All of these lessons are vetted, all of these are high quality, and all of these are now available to you. These are also all complete lessons. So they are full lessons that you can use, fully NGSS aligned, and you can use them at any time in the school year for any grade level. Including the outside. So again, this one was designed for, I believe, 7th grade. But when you take a look at it, if you're a high school teacher, maybe this is something that you can also use to help navigate students who are missing information or have gaps in their knowledge. So again, I just want to make sure that this is available to you. You know that that this is available and easy to get to. So just to let you know at this point, again, as I said, there's over 90 lessons here. A majority of these do belong with the elementary as well. So I think there's about 16 high school lessons, maybe about 16 middle school lessons, and then everything else is all elementary. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some other resources for you to think about and consider using. If you need any help or assistance accessing this, please let me know, and then I'll try to help you out with that. But let's go ahead and continue on. So with that, we're going to move into the computer science and announcements. And the only one that I can tell you as far as computer science is that LACO now hosts an esports. And so if you are interested in esports and even need some assistance financially to be able to do that, we have that available to you. I'm going to see if I can pull that email up. And let's see. This is it right here. So we've got esports right here. And I'll make sure it's called, this is also in the support folder for you. So LACO Esports Network, there is also scholarship for any schools who wants to send a teacher or coach to attend to get trained, et cetera, et cetera. So this is the only thing that I've got for you. Those of you who were joining us last year in our Jump into CS series here in Southern California, I'm trying to get some more information to see if we are going to be rolling out another series of that. Stay tuned for more information from Chris Wong, as well as Kapuya Yip, who will be providing all of those trainings, if not the contacts for all that information for you. Okay. So as far as science, we've got lots of things for you. So again, this is your science folder. And it would look like this. Again, there's the September. And then these are all of the available flyers that are in there for you. So right now, as far as science information, we've got this particular workshop coming up. So we just finished the first set of training, September 4th, September 11th. The next one's coming up next week, and this is supporting science events. So those of you who are being told that you need to help coach a team or if you are being asked to help plan a science event, after school program, a community science night, family science night, this is probably the workshop for you. So part one is all about where to begin. Part two is then how do you sustain it, or how do you keep the momentum going. So these are all online from 4:30 to 6 o'clock. And we had a great crowd from the first set. And if you're interested in joining this one, please register today, and then we'll get you all set up for next week. We also got this one coming out for elementary teachers, October 29th from 9:30 to 3:30 at the LA Zoo. We've got Learning in Local Nature. This is part of our California Regional Environmental Education Consortium organization that's bringing together curriculum to environmental education. So this is geared for elementary teachers. We have a current program going on right now for our middle and high school teachers. We're already in day 3 for that one. So if we have any more of these one-day workshops, I'll be sure to share that with you. But this is now available to you. So please register by October 23rd. Again, this is happening at the end of October at the LA Zoo, and join us for a full day of fun, learning about nature at the zoo, and getting resources, as well as talking to your county office representatives. Other things that we've got. So again, here's the esports I was talking about. So you've got that flyer for you. You can take a look at that. But we've also got, oops, here you go. Another environmental education workshop. This one's in partnership with not the LA Zoo, but the Huntington Library. So I'll fix that for you. But this one's taking place next month. And it's a one-day workshop. And again, talking about environmental education with science as well as other content areas. The one that we are looking forward to right now is the elementary content series. It's a 4-day training. This is again geared for our K through 5 teachers, and 4 days. So at the Columbia Memorial Space Center, LA Zoo, Aquarium of the Pacific, and the California Science Center. So what's going to be happening is that participants who come to each of these will be receiving a full lesson from each of our host site, and then the rest of the day is to talk about the planning of that. So so you've seen the lesson, where do you go once you have delivered it, where does it go next? But more importantly, we'll be all talking about how what you see at the Columbia is how that is connected to the LA Zoo, how that's connected to the Aquarium of the Pacific, how that is connected to the California Science Center. So we will really be digging into the NGSS and talking about the content, you'll be learning the content so that you are more comfortable teaching it to your students. It's $375 for all 4 days. That includes your lunch, materials, coffee service, etc. So please come and join us. Again, that's starting next month, and it's a 4-day series. All right. And then finally, the other one, last one, for those of you who are interested in science fair, we've got a training coming up this Saturday, and the next one is scheduled for Saturday, October 5th. And the trainings here for the science fair are all free. So the second training will be taking place at the Marine Mammal Care Center. And again, this is designed for brand new folks, brand new coaches. But if you need refresher, this is absolutely a great way for you to come and get reacquainted with all the things that are taking place. There are some new structures that are in place for this year's LA Science Fair. But again, once you get through the LA Science Fair, that is going to be your access to the State Science Fair as well as to the International Science and Engineering Fair. Okay. All right, that's a lot of information for STEM science in terms of the announcement that's going on. Finally, I wanted to make sure that you are also aware of conferences that are also taking place. And so let's go there now to the conferences. And here we go. All right. So first things first, we've got the CASE conference coming up in November. So this is taking place November 8, 9, and 10. It is in Sacramento this year. And if you can't make it to the CASE conference this year, the Southern California Association of Science Specialists are looking at providing at least a one-day symposium for those who can't make it to the big conference. We do know that this conference will be coming back down south next year, but we don't have the dates or location yet. Once I find that out, I'll let you know. Coming up also is we've also got the STEAM Symposium. And if any of you are doing something innovative or creative and would like to share, then this is a way for you to go ahead and share that work that you're doing here at the STEAM Symposium, which will be taking place in San Diego, California. The call for proposals are taking place right now, and call for proposals will be closing October 13. You will get a little small discount as a presenter if selected, but again, everything else is now open. Registration for both the STEAM Symposium and CASE is happening. For those of you who are interested in an assessment, so you want to learn more about the CAS test, you want to learn more about the science interim assessments, or you just want to know more about the overall system of supports, then this is coming up October 15th through 17th, California Assessment Conference and Riverside. I will be there, and I'll actually be presenting a couple of sessions around the science pieces. So you can come and join me, say hi. Great to meet, would be great to meet you in person. But again, that is available for you right now. Registration is still taking place, and that is available to you. And then all of you will be added to my listserv where you'll get access to the STEM science notes. This one is the May one, but September is available, but it is your one-stop shop for everything that you're seeing here. Workshops, grants, resources, conferences, student opportunities, as well as competitions, teacher opportunities, and so much more. And then again, this is your first soiree here with the science, computer science. And this is pretty much what these webinars are all about. It's really information for you, but it's also an opportunity for you to ask questions as well along the way, especially if there's something that you're hearing and need some clarification or need some confirmation. But the next meeting will be taking place in December 10th, 2024. And I think I've still got Marie Krieger here. Marie Krieger is actually one of my partners, and she works for our California Science Center. And Marie, you want to share anything that's going on at the California Science Center for folks?
We are picking up on our PDs with schools who are hoping to partner with us. So if you are, or you know, of elementary schools or districts that are interested in getting more support with NGSS, feel free to check out our website. In our PD section, there'll be some more information of the modules and trainings that we offer. Our Da Vinci special exhibit has been extended to January. So if you're interested in bringing your students to have a special experience in finding the intersections between science, math, and art, it's a great exhibit to check out. And I think that's about it for right now. We are having a half-day 4-hour workshop on elementary assessments and the CAST in November. So if that is something that your teachers or anyone who is interested in, I can drop a link to a Google form for those who are interested. It is free. However, we do have a capacity of limit of 30 participants. And at this point, we are full, but we are accepting people to go on our wait list because oftentimes people sign up and they don't always show up. So, or they call last minute and let us know that they're unable to attend. So if that's something that you know of anyone in the K-5 world who would be interested in, feel free to share that form with them as well.
Thanks, Marie. And
Thank
I
you.
am looking at the chat box, and I can see that some small discussion around the use of cell phones and how that's going. What I can tell you is right now is that LACO, I believe, has also released some kind of policy, or at least something around the use of cell phones in schools. I'll talk to Dr. Chris Wong, see if I can find that document, and then share it all with all of you in a follow-up email, so that you'll get not only that, but access to this recording once it's ready, and then anything else. But this is an opportunity for you to ask questions about anything, clarifications, or an opportunity for you to tell me what you'd like to hear next for the December meeting. Feel free to use the chat, feel free to unmute yourself. But again, this is a safe platform for you to just kind of express what you would like to hear, what you need as well, and how else I might be able to support.
Anthony, I had a question.
Sure.
Okay, so my question is regarding the floating marine lab.
Yes.
Is that is that something that comes to the schools, or do the schools have to go to the floating marine lab?
So the floating marine lab is an actual trip out on a boat that leaves San Pedro Harbor. So it's a harbor trip, and it's designed for primarily elementary, but they have done trips with middle school and high schools.
And then I had another question because I'm trying to set up, and it's since it's starting and it's still in its infancy, I'd like to get maybe some engineering or a specialist to come to the school to give talks to the kids. But I mean, we don't really have all this money to pay for it either. Do you know of some way, or is there some place I can go where I can contact people who would be very happy to come out to schools within LA County? We're in Norwalk, and talk to our students, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, about engineering, science, what's going on in the world, science-wise. Any ideas there?
Yeah, feel free to contact me at any time. I have contacts with engineers through my Engaging Girls in STEM program, but also because of the work that I do with the LA County Science Fair as well as Science Olympiad. So I have access to not just engineers, but scientists, doctors, chemists. I have a whole network of folks that are more than happy to try to make some kind of contact with schools and districts as well. So just feel free to contact me anytime. Tell me exactly what you need, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Chris, what CS classes are being offered in LA County higher schools, high schools? So as far as CS classes, it's pretty much what you are probably familiar with. So there's the Intro to CS courses, and then primarily the big impetus at high schools are the CSA as well as the CSP. So the AP CSA and AP CSP. Those are pretty much the major CS courses. Then, of course, you got other high schools or district that have other offerings with coding and other things of that nature. But a majority of high schools right now are just mainly focused on just the CS intro, and then probably offering more of a CSP versus a CSA. Hope that answers that question. What else can I do for you? And some of you may know me from way back when I was responsible for math and computer science on top of everything else here as well. So I'm still privy to that information. So just let me know what it is that you need. Live webinars, field trips for school, multiple classrooms. As far as live webinars, they are sporadic, but it's not necessarily offered through us as much as other organizations. So sometimes JPL NASA does offer some things of that nature. I think for Marie, I think the California Science Center has some things that are virtual, but it's not necessarily live. The closest thing that you may want to do is look at some of the zoos, which have live webcams. So they do things like lunchtime talks. So that's something that you can stream in. I know Monterey Bay Aquarium does that, and a few other zoos and aquariums across the country also have that availability for you. So that's probably the closest that you can do. But something as far as a large assembly that's webinar based or web based, not too familiar with what that could be done. I think during the pandemic, a lot of people were trying to do some things, hit and miss. That's what I can tell you with that. All right. Yeah, good to know. Anything else? Any other questions, concerns? How about some things that you would like to see for the December meeting? And if not, then please enjoy the rest of your evening. Like I said, sometimes these won't take very long. If you would like a special guest speaker, let me know as well. Every now and then I do invite some speakers to come and join us, and they'll share resources and other tidbits of information with all of you as well. Right? Yeah, you're welcome. And again, feel free to contact me anytime with anything that you hear or need. All right. Have a good evening, everybody. And again, see you in December. Reach out if anything happens between now and then. I'm going to end the recording now.